Today, I will introduce a spiritual message from Ninigi no Mikoto. Ninigi no Mikoto is a deity in Japanese mythology, known as the grandson of the sun goddess Amaterasu. He is believed to have descended from heaven to bring order to the land and is considered an ancestor of the imperial family. It is a very valuable message, so please listen until the end.
There have been many times when the nation and its people faced crises. Each time the people prayed, sending their thoughts to heaven. The weather became wild. The earth shook, water flooded, and fire erupted. The emotions of the people mixed with the thoughts of the heavenly realm, and the earth was thrown into chaos. But after this, everything was cleaned away, and the land became solid again. However, over time, the land absorbed negative thoughts, becoming harder, like stones, and these stones piled up on the surface. Now, these things are breaking apart and becoming liquid again, so the earth can reform. Depending on who takes charge of the country's government and gives orders, the people's fortune or misfortune will be decided. At such times, it's natural for each person to worry about tomorrow, the next month, or the next year. But these worries are small when compared to a much bigger flow of time, and they are powerless events in our daily lives. The larger flow moves slowly and over a longer period of time. The heavenly realm does not decide, one by one, what will happen to tomorrow's rice or the day after tomorrow's wheat. For you, it's important which politician creates which policies, but the world I see is focused on a far future, on the way to that future. There may be difficult times, but these are also necessary steps in the process. When trying to create the future, while protecting the lives and properties of the people and the whole nation, I cannot speak about the individual lives or fortunes of each person. This is because it is the collective will of the people that creates the politics of this country. What decisions have you made in your own hearts? Before asking, what will happen? Ask yourselves, what do I want to happen? What is the ideal? What should the ideal be? Are your thoughts on these things strong and clear? If they are not, no matter how much you try to predict the future, it will only be a guess. Remember that it is you who decides the future. We are here to give power to your strong desires. Don't make a mistake about who is in control. Ask yourself what is at the root of your heart when you ask, what will happen? What ideals do you have? Believe that the future will unfold according to your ideals. That is all.
Yes, that's exactly how it was. I had really misunderstood things. I was wrong in thinking that the earth is shaped by others, when in fact, it is shaped by the people who live on it. I do believe there is a larger flow, guided by the celestial realm, but in the shorter periods of time, there is much that we can do ourselves here on earth. With this in mind, I want to move forward, while carefully thinking about the ideal future we want to create. As we continue to change things ourselves, I will keep offering prayers to the celestial realm. I will continue to do my best going forward. Thank you very much.
How did you feel after watching the video? I believe that those who have watched this video up to this point are people who are interested in spiritual messages and channeling. Such people often enjoy listening to spiritual messages from the spirit world, especially those that speak about the future. Sometimes, hearing these messages brings them comfort, while at other times, it may cause anxiety. The spirit world has laid out broad plans, But I believe they also anticipate that these plans may change based on how we, here on Earth, think and act. Therefore, when we hear through channeling, this is what the future will likely be. It is important to ask ourselves, what do I think and how will I act? Even as we gratefully receive support from the spirit world, I believe it is ultimately our responsibility as humans living on Earth to seriously consider how we will shape this planet and the world in the future. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Please stay tuned for the next video.